The president gave Iran until tomorrow to open the Strait of Hormuz or face attacks on power plants, bridges, and more. For more reaction to that and the latest on ceasefire attempts, let's bring in Richard Haass, President Emeritus at the Council on Foreign Relations and a senior counselor at Centerview. And what's your counsel, Richard? Welcome. Glad to have you here in response to the latest that we've heard from the president.
Well, I think we had basically better hope that the threats to take out Iran's power plants and bridges and everything else was simply a threat meant to somehow bolster negotiating prospects, because if he ever carried it out, besides the price the people of Iran would pay for it, I think there's a high chance Iran would retaliate in kind against Saudi Arabia, against the United Arab Emirates, against Bahrain, Kuwait, and so on and so forth, and it would be devastating for the region and for its ability to, among other things, produce and refine oil and gas. So we'd better hope that those were words, if you will, rather than actual plans that are going to be implemented.
Right, but he was pretty specific about it. He said it would start at 8 p.m., it would take 4 hours, and that after that it would take the country 100 years to rebuild, and we, quote unquote, might even help them.
Well, the fact that we might help them is an interesting tagline, because one of the things the Iranians are obviously hoping to get are reparations or what have you. But again, my basic point is to actually go ahead and carry that out would be, I think, a disaster not just for Iran, but for the countries of the region, for the United States, and for the world. It wouldn't get the Strait of Hormuz open. It wouldn't deal successfully with the nuclear challenge. All it would do is lead to a wider, more destructive war. So let's just be realists about that.
Richard, you've been talking for a while about global disorder before we even got into the state and the moment that we are now. And I wonder, I think you were starting to allude to it, what that kind of attack on civilian infrastructure from the United States would do to the rules of the road geopolitically, particularly because it's the U.S., arguably, and Israel alone embarking on this particular strategy. Europe doesn't seem keen to take that leverage point in trying to get goals met.
Well, again, Europe was not in favor of this war to begin with. I'm not sure attacking Iran gives us an awful lot of leverage. I think one of the lessons we ought to have learned over the last 5 weeks is they're pretty good at taking a punch. This is a resilient society. They lasted a decade in their war against Iraq. Hundreds of thousands of lives were lost. This is not an easy foe we're up against. Going against civilian targets and the like raises questions of war crimes. It's the sort of thing Vladimir Putin was doing on a daily basis against Ukraine. And I would simply say, in addition to doubting the utility of it from a policy point of view, I'd like to think that we stand for something different.